Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Leona. So let me ask you a real question. Is the intimacy in your relationship real? I asked one of my mentors that question one time. You know, they have been married for, I think it's been 44 years now, right? I asked them that question about 23 years ago, right? I was newly married. My husband and I, we've been married 25 years. And so a couple of years into my marriage, I asked one of my mentors, is the intimacy in your relationship real? And they said it is now, right? And so, what they told me was that at the very beginning, the intimacy wasn't real because they were both learning what intimacy was and how to build it in their relationship and how to be sincere, right? And so I can understand that to a certain degree because when I got married, this is why I asked, because when I got married, I did not know that building intimacy and making love to your husband were two different things. One can be a part of the other, but one is not the other, right? And so I didn't realize that simply having sex with my husband was not necessarily building intimacy, right? And I mean, that's why you think about relationships that, there's relationships that are not married, guys that are not married, girls that are not married, that they can really have multiple partners, right? Because you can have sex without building intimacy. And so in the context of marriage, I thought I was building intimacy. But what I realized is, yeah, we were making love, but there still was a disconnect, right? And so it wasn't until as we were, going down the marriage journey, we were kind of drifting further and further apart, even though we were still having sex. And so I began to realize that I wasn't building intimacy and I didn't even know how. I didn't know how. You don't know what you don't know. And so once I learned better, once I knew better, then I did better, right? And so now here we are 25 years later, I am an intimacy coach, right? Why? Because I longed to be the mentor that I longed for, right? Early when I first got married, I didn't have anybody really teaching me, the fundamentals of marriage before I got married. And so as we were married a couple of years, then I had to seek out mentors because I was struggling so much in my marriage, really around building intimacy, because I didn't know the difference between having sex, making love to your husband, and building intimacy. I thought I was doing that, but I knew something wasn't right because we weren't really drawing closer together. The longer we were married, we were actually kind of drifting away. And so let me know what you think. Is intimacy in your relationship, is it real? How do you know it's real, right? Are you still in your marriage that you've transitioned from it being just kind of humdrum, going through the motions, not connecting, to now connecting, now really intentional about your marriage, really intentional about, the intimacy, the building of intimacy in your marriage. So are you more intentional now? How did you make that transition? How did you know that you needed to be more intentional? How did you know? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. All right. My name is Leona. Bye.